Welcome to the Monday message for the week of April 18th, 2022. And please let me share a few announcements with you. The first is the reminder that this Friday, I have Don Miguel Ruiz Jr. as my guest on The Soul Shop. Should be fascinating. He is, of course, the son of Don Miguel Ruiz of the Four Agreements. And Don Miguel Jr. wrote the Fifth Agreement and four other books. And this week we'll be talking about his book. Now, he's a shaman, an animal shaman. He's really, really fascinating. So it should be quite interesting. And so it'd be an interesting opportunity for you to connect with someone who's lived really an incredible spiritual life through his father and his brother and just extraordinary experiences. I'm really looking forward to it. And so that will be on Friday at noon. Also, if you haven't yet followed me on TikTok, please do, only because I'm going to be doing a lot more lives on TikTok than I am on YouTube. Occasionally, I'm going to pop up live here as well, but that platform is just so much easier to use. It's really user-friendly, and it's just, ease of use, and I have several people who help me in my business, but it's really difficult to manage all the different platforms and keep everybody happy. But TikTok is easy to use, and that's the main reason I'll be going a lot more live there. And also, if you haven't seen already, by May, I'm going to be launching Core Center Community, which is really a group support network where you can receive support from me, education tools. All my programs are going to be available, video modules, everything. And I will be hosting a gathering at least once a month. And it's going to be an incredible way that we can be together, create community, and you have a resource. I've been talking to so many people over the last 6-7 months, just wanting community, wanting connection. And I was really trying to decide what I had the bandwidth to manage and do well. And so I'm actually excited about Core Center. So that's coming up. Any questions about that, please let me know. But certainly email me if you want to be notified when that goes live. And I'll keep you in the loop. All right, now for the look at the energy patterns for the week. Now the rest of April continues to be rip-roaring intense, and it's mostly positive. I think when the energy is determined to manifest, determined to make things happen, it just really takes us by the throat sometimes and yanks us along the path. So there's a lot of that really insistent agitation, but positive energy. It's not really negative, but depending on what we have going on in our lives, whether it's looking for a job, whether it's working through relationship issues, health concerns, whatever, or all of the above, we're going to feel the urgency of life happening. We're kind of sometimes keeping up. Now, I think as we get into the last part of the month, it's a little more benevolent, and there's some really lovely peaks in the energy. So I think, I hesitate to make these kinds of statements, but I really feel like this is a wish come true type of energy. And then it takes us into the rest of the year. I mean, really through October. 2022 is just such a better year than 2021 for most of us. Now, I know a lot of you want to have me continue to comment on the Ukraine situation. I continue to feel that this will resolve relatively soon. It's painful and awful to watch these atrocities around the world, but it's not a simple problem, and it doesn't have a simple solution, but the outcome remains the same, that it will not sustain, and it will be a period of time, a short period of time before we see a resolution, because what's going on right now just isn't sustainable, okay? And I would like to make a comment, because people often ask me to make commentary on politics. And here's, I've said it before, but I'll remind folks that my life is a political statement. I feel how I live and how I show up and the things I talk about, that's my political statement. When I and that is relationship to consciousness, the greater reality, connecting to a higher wisdom. That's what I talk about. That's what I think is the most important issue on the ballot, if you will. And so it isn't that I will never predict something in terms of an election or something like that, but it makes no sense for me to come down into those levels where I have no influence. And I do not want to divide anybody, which is what our political leaders do on both sides. And it's unfortunate we only have two political parties. That's my personal view. But I think our leaders divide us, and I don't want any part of that. I don't really care what someone's political affiliation is. I want to see the person and what their spiritual journey is about. So that's my story on why I don't comment on politics. It just has no interest in me. If at some point I became an activist and I was boots on the ground picketing and protesting and all that, maybe I'd have more to say. But I think I serve better in this role where I can talk to people about connecting to greater reality and the benefits of that. Okay. Hey, have a good week. Look forward to your comments and questions. And please remember, follow me on TikTok. Have a great week.